Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining. Today I'm doing a full gel-X set from start to finish, so let's begin. I've recently been trying to get into doing like those Russian manicure preps. Not the intense cuticle care, but just like the basic prep, and I find that it actually really helps with making the nails look cleaner and come out nicer. So that's why I start with the cuticle wood stick and I push back the cuticles very gently. And I do this for all 10 fingers. Just know that whatever I'm doing to the hand that's visible on screen, I'm also doing the same thing to the one that's off screen. So if you want the links to any of these products, they'll be available in my Amazon storefront. This is a fancy new quote-unquote gadget that I've been using, and it's just baby powder in this little push bottle. I find that it really helps with removing the excess moisture on the client's fingernails, so that's why I put it on all 10 fingers and I rub it in with my gloves. If you're right-handed, everything should be moving in forward, and if you're left-handed, everything should be moving in reverse. However, for me, I like to use this flame bit, for example, in both forward and reverse. Going at a speed about 6,000 RPMs, and I go forward in one direction, which is from the middle to the left side, and then in reverse, I go middle to the right side. To save some time, I like to go forward for all 10 fingers first, and then I'll go reverse on the way back. See here, I'm going in reverse. My general rule of thumb, anyway, my general rule of thumb is that I do pinky to thumb for both hands. I feel like once you get the hang of doing your prep the same way every time, you'll really get into the rhythm and then you won't waste time. I'm going in with my nippers to remove all the dead cuticle. Some fingers will have more and some fingers will have none, and that's okay. I think it's very important to constantly communicate with your client, and what that means is, sure, you can ask, hey, how's your day going? How's life? Do you want to watch anything? I also think it's important to ask, hey, how are you feeling right now? Is everything feeling okay? Of course, if you have the option for a silent appointment, you should still be asking these questions. I remove all the excess dust and powder with isopropyl alcohol and a lint-free wipe. And now I'm using my mini sanding band at a speed of 3,000 RPMs to remove the shine from all 10 fingers. I really have to change my camera angles because it sucks that you can't see anything on the other hand. I'm just etching the inside of the gel-X tips, and I've already sized them off camera. Oops. Also, side note, I have been running my dust collector this whole time. Off topic but on brand, one time I was doing gel-X removal and the freaking tip hit me in the eye. I was also wearing safety goggles. I think I need to get one of those welder's masks and just wear that to work. Going in with dehydrator to remove any excess oil on the nails, because who knows, in the time that I was etching the inside of the gel-X tips, my client might have touched her face, or etc. If that were the case, I would just go back in with the sanding band and remove the shine again. And now I'm etching in my primer very generously, but also very carefully. So I like to do one hand at a time. That means I will literally do gel-X prep for one hand and then cure that, and then I'll do the other hand. My gel-X, I like to use Soft Gel. The founder and owner of Soft Gel is also the founder of Apres or gel-X. Please let me know if you guys want an in-depth tutorial on my gel-X application. I always like to flash cure for about 10 to 15 seconds before I move on to the next finger. Okay, if you feel that your client is tensing her fingers at this point, you have to just communicate. Like, you're gonna have to say, hey, please relax your fingers. Thank you so much. Sometimes my clients get distracted because they're watching a show, so they don't notice that they're tensing up. So that's okay, but just remind them to relax their fingers. Occasion, my client will get a heat spike, so this is what I'm doing. I'm flash curing and then I'm moving the light away so it's not too hot. Remember to have acetone on standby because sometimes your gel will spill out and you'll need to clean it up quickly before curing. Every finger will get flash cured before I ask my client to put them in the big lamp, so once one hand is done, I will ask them to put it in the lamp for 60 seconds. Now I'm doing a quick file on all the fingers because they have a little extra tab at the ends of the tips. So if you realize that the hand placement of my client is actually very terrible for me because she's really far away. So don't be like me and ask your client to move their hand up more because this was so difficult. Now I'm going back in with my sanding band at a speed of 3,000 RPMs to seal the cuticle. And once all 10 fingers are done, I like to spray isopropyl alcohol on my nail brush and just scrub that into all the nails to remove any excess dust. I would like to consider this next step optional, which is putting base coat on all the nails. I think it just helps give that overlay effect, and if you have any bumps or lumps, usually the base coat will cover it. For me, I have a 2-lamp system, so my clients can easily put both hands in and cure at the same time. If you have a 1-lamp system, I suggest you work as efficiently as possible. Basically meaning you would rather wait for your client than your client wait for you. Going in with a lint-free wipe and some isopropyl alcohol, I'm just wiping off the tacky layer of the base coat. Now here you'll see I was doing a couple test runs with what color she wanted because my client wanted something like plummy, purpley, and I was just doing a test color. The vibes still weren't right, so I was like, what should I do? And I pulled out a 3rd color. I was a little hesitant at first because it was such a dark plum color, but as soon as I swatched it, she was like, wait, let's just do this color instead. Now most times I do let my clients pick the color at the beginning, but I was just seeing if I could mix colors and make something out of it, so that's why I chose the colors blindly. And yes, my client didn't mind that there was one berry colored finger on her middle finger, so now that will be the one red bottom nail she has. You see me going in with this liner brush, it's just to get that nice crispy edge around the cuticle area. So get as close as you can to the cuticle, but not flood it. You see me dipping into the gel back and forth, that's just the same color, and I'm just going around the nice edges. After curing the lamp for 60 seconds, I grab isopropyl alcohol and a lint-free wipe, and I just wipe off the tacky layer of the color. Sometimes you'll notice that there's excess color that comes off, but that's okay. My reasoning for doing the isopropyl alcohol wipe is so that when I do top coat, it doesn't get streaky and the color doesn't just deposit off onto the brush. So next time if I do top coat put on something else, that color will be the one that's coming off. Does that make sense? Before I send her off into the lamp, I like to go in with my liner brush to just get that crisp, clean edge with top coat. In my opinion, I don't think it's about how fast you can work as a nail tech. I think it's truly about your good customer service, attention to detail, making sure you're taking care of your clients, and honestly just like putting your best foot forward, making the most out of your appointment, and just really putting in as much detail and effort as possible. Okay, finally I sent off one hand to the lamp, and now I'm doing the same thing on the other hand. I still can't believe she wanted like a plummy color and we ended up with that super dark one, but hey, it looks really beautiful. I'm reaching the end of my nail appointment, and this is the time where I start to clean up because one hand is still on the lamp, so I can do so. I've recently been trying out this new method at the end of my service with this foam, but I don't think it's really working with the wipes that I'm using because eventually the lint will just go back on. Going in with some finish filing because you know that's how you get crispy edges. This was one of those appointments where I was like, why did I do that out of order? I always suggest finish filing right after it comes out of the lamp and then doing your cuticle oil, etc, etc. You see, when one hand is photo ready, the other hand comes out of the lamp. It's very efficient. I gave up with the cotton wipes. I just went in with my gloves. Alright, now that I've sent her off to the bathroom to go wash her hands, hey, it's me, face reveal. To quickly remove things off my desk, throw things that need to be thrown away, and get ready for the little photo session. Recently, I've been adding in props, and the props that I have are silver and gold rings, so it's very exciting. I was secretly hoping that she would only get the gold rings because nobody else wants the gold rings. Everyone else is a silver girly, and that's okay. Oh hey, these are the finished results. Thank you guys for watching.